All right, so here's where it's at. I'm gonna turn off the comments for a minute so I can focus. First, I cannot believe the things that have transpired in the last week. Further, I can't believe the audacity that some people have, and I cannot believe how people can just come out and say something, provide absolutely zero proof whatsoever for anything that they claim or anything that they say. Zero. What I saw and what I see is, okay, I want to make a mental picture. Those of you that met me, you know that I'm about 5'7", 5'6", maybe 145 pounds, and you got a grown ass man, about 250 pounds, 6 foot, whatever, threatening to beat you up. I mean, this is what we've come to. This is what this has all come to. So here's what I decided. I know most of you don't buy into it. I know most of you know that it's agitated. I know that if they could provide one shred of proof, then that'd be one thing. But it's hearsay. It's absolutely ridiculous. So here's where I'm going to debunk a few things. For those of the that don't understand, because I'm sure this video will get outside of the control of where it's shared, because I know there's haters tuning in. I get that, because people are expecting some sort of fireworks moment. But we're gonna take this slow and easy, and I'm gonna adult. First, the internet is a tool. All these claims that I don't do anything, I don't finish anything, Google for yourself. Google. I mean, shit. Is it that hard for these people to understand that they do a lot of this and they're just talking? Google. Google. There it all is. I've started and finished a lot of things. Have things been harder to deal with? Look, if you've been doing what I've been doing for 18 years and you're still here, and then the Johnny-come-latelys, the wannabes talk about how they've spent the last year building their reputation, like what? Bow? Sorry? What do you want me to say? You haven't proven anything. So what is your point, some of you? And you know who I'm talking to. I'm not gonna stoop to the level where I have to call people out by name. And I want to diffuse this. I don't want this to continue. I don't want it to continue for anybody that's put their heart and soul in it. But here we go. Here's the facts. I started in the early 2000s. Did what I had to do. There it is. It's there. Go look it up. Last couple years, this ELD thing, I don't know what to say. No one's been able to get anything done, and no one's been able to come together. There's been an accusation that when we were in D.C., I went to my truck and pouted. So let's break this down. If people want to throw stuff out there, let's throw stuff out there. Anybody who was there knows, and anybody who was involved knows, I did not go to D.C. to meet with anybody. I'd done my talking. Like the pictures that are on Facebook from 2006 when Darrell Waltrip was there with me and a fine group of truck drivers, a fine group of real professional truck drivers that were pounding the halls of Congress back then. Where were you, mouth? Where were all you mouthy little turds in 2006, 2007, 2008, and on and on and on? Y'all showed up in 2017, and all of a sudden, you're the professional. You have the insight. You know the players. You know everything that's happened. Okay, I didn't go to D.C. last April to meet with anybody but Brian Babin's aide. And what happened? The usual. the fringe gets pissed off because they feel that they should be invited to that meeting, and then they cause a fit. Everybody watched it happen. Everybody saw what Dave McCulley was doing. Everybody saw the argument that started because Dave McCulley and some other people wanted to be in that meeting. So Tim and the rest of us decided, we talked to them, said, okay, let them in. What do? They immediately make the meeting about their organization and their group, and that was it. So I went back to the truck and talked with people. I went with Jake McDaniels and saw the monuments and talked to passerbys. I had a German guy sit in the truck, and he was having a blast playing with the truck. Those that were there remember. I didn't go back to my truck and pout. Nice try. And while my friend was being tased in the street by cops, remember where they all were. And remember where the pictures show me. I was the guy that the gun was pointed at in that picture. I was the guy standing on the curb trying to help Dougie, while the mouse were over on the sidewalk in the grass, live YouTube and everything, or whatever it was they were doing. So the day goes on. Mary's with me. The dogs are with me. We go back to the truck. We talk with Daniel and Marty and Ruben and Kelly Dishnu and other people. It was fine. So the night in question, I want to remind everybody, you cannot deny facts, okay? Marty, Daniel, Ruben, and Mary and myself were still there when the BSM crowd pulled out and went back to Hagerstown. They left at 7 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, there were 3 trucks left in the line. Mike Landis, Kevin Steichen, and Marcus Summers. I was behind them. They were the only 3 left there. And they were at hotels or wherever they were. They weren't in their trucks. Marty, Daniel, Ruben, and myself were there. 11 o'clock at night, we decide everybody else is gone. So let's go back to Doswell and get a good night's sleep and get up and go to work in the morning. Everybody else had already left. So again, I didn't not finish anything. People have short memories. So I imagine they're going to call Ruben Carrion, Daniel, Marty, and everybody else a liar now, which they can't do, which they won't do because they can't. Okay? I saw it through. My intention was as it always was. I had someone tell me tonight, it was a wonderful thing because I didn't know I could walk into my congressman's office and talk to him. So a lot of good things happened because of the Monday information thing. So that scratches that. Nobody was back in their truck pouting, but there were people there trying to tear the movement apart, just like they always try to tear things apart every chance they get. Nobody pouted. Nobody did anything. And the people running their mouth the most were the ones that left before everybody else did. Fact. Straight up fact. They want to deny it? Like I said, Marty, Daniel, and Ruben, 3 of the most honest people you ever meet, we all left together. They were all gone off of Constitution Avenue before we pulled out and went back to Doswell. And we had fun going back, the 4 of us. We had a good time. Again, I'm not going to deal with the other subject because it's so outrageous and so ridiculous that it doesn't... There are paper trails, guys. You all know that in this business. When someone pays for something, you have to turn in receipts to get your money back. So the first thing I'm going to do when I get home, just to quash this whole thing with that individual and prove my point, is I'm pulling the credit card statement from that entire time to show the thousands of dollars I spent on the stuff that was bought for the truck. Again, liar, liar, pants on fire. That's it. I'm not going any further. I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to stoop to that level. I'm not going to say anything. It's not worth it. Too many good people have been involved, and too many people have put their hearts and souls in things for anybody to destroy it for everybody. But yet that's what happened. The very people that went out to help build the movement were the people that were alienated and the people that were stabbed in the back and the people who run down. Why do you think you're not seeing a lot of chatter on Facebook? Sure, there's chatter going on in that group, but it's nothing that makes any sense. It's incoherent. There's no direction. The very people that were on the ground talking to people and doing things are the people that were alienated and stabbed in the back. Those are the facts. That's the way it is. If they don't like me, fine. But you're not going to attack and impugn my character. And I'm not going to stoop to your level by pretending I'm the Wizard of Oz like some of you are doing over there. You're behind the curtain pulling the levers, and you know who you are. You won't even tell people you're involved. You won't even tell people what you're doing because you yourself won't shut your truck down that day because you're more worried about your contract and you're more worried about your job, and you're setting the drivers up to go out there and do your dirty work. Every time they talk about blocking interstate or doing this or doing that, they get people wound up. They themselves won't ever go do it. In fact, there are people behind the curtain that some of you don't even know that they're doing it. They're in your face every day. You see them. They're making videos and they're telling you how great things are. They're behind the curtain, pulling the levers, wanting you to believe they want unity and solidarity, and they want to work together. You know who wants to work together? The other 5,000, 6,000 people that took their time and did the things that needed to be done on their own. Nobody ever followed me. I never professed to be anybody's leader. I encouraged other people. Just remember this, all these people talking smack wouldn't know each other had it had not been for the things that I have done in the past. They didn't find me by accident. They didn't show up at the Monday Information by accident. Every one of them has an ulterior motive. You see what it is? It's a power structure. We didn't have leaders. Now we have leaders. I clearly remember saying, everybody kept telling me, there are no leaders. There are no leaders. Now we have leaders. I mean, explain that to me. That's all I'm saying. I won't stoop to your level. So it's over. And here's how much it's over. It's over to the point where I know some of you don't want to hear this, but I can't do this anymore to myself, to my family, to my friends. I'm going to take a back seat here. And let me explain to you why. I'm going to take a back seat because I deserve better from myself. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to not be bashed, tarnished, beat up, and put down because a group of people get together and decide that that's how they're going to have their fun. I'm not going to allow it. My wife is a wonderful, wonderful human being. She's a good person, and she doesn't deserve this. My children don't deserve this. But see, those people didn't think of that when they went out there and did what they did. They don't think about the families. They don't think about the children, the people that thought they were good people, the people that thought, hey, awesome, awesome people. You know, they thought the world of these people, and then these people do this to them. You want to talk about heartbreak? You want to talk about disgust? You want to talk about people that don't know what the word loyalty is if it walked up and punched them in the face? Look around, because not a one of these people understands what loyalty or friendship is. I do. And I'm not going to let this divide friendships anymore. People are destroying friendships and relationships that they built for years. Over what? Somebody tell me over what? I'm out of it. I'm not going to participate in that kind of stuff. I'm not. So if you got something else to say it to somebody who cares. I'm stepping back, and I'm going to be a participant, because people like me, obviously, have never done anything, haven't done anything, run from everything. Only when you Google the Skinny Atlas protests, how many of them had 500 trucks show up in a little town on Christmas Day to protect a road? How many of them worked with their fellow driver hand in hand, and there was never a disagreement? There was never a spat. There was never a power struggle. How many of them? None of them were there. How many of them were in D.C. in 2006 up to 2017? None of them. I can tell you people that were. Names you should know and you don't know. Mark Kirsch, William Sutton, Robert Olson, Leon Martin, Debbie Zilvitis. These are people that were out there long before these other people came along and pretended that they'd been in the fight. You weren't in the fight. That's why this is over for me. I want you to understand, tonight is it. I'm done. I'm not going to call any of you out by name, but you know who you are, because you weren't here. You weren't here. For decades, you were out there driving your truck, worried about making money, because that's what you were focused on. You didn't care about the industry. You were out there doing all these things that you're trying to do now because you want people to recognize you and think you're some sort of saint. You weren't there. You didn't do anything. You haven't done anything. You came along last year, and it was too late. It was too late last year. For any of you that haven't figured that out, it was too late. But everybody has hope, right? Because that's what inspires us all. Hope. We all want hope. We all hope that things can change and drivers can get along and friends can remain friends and agree to disagree. Some people are never going to do that. Just so you guys know. Some people are never, ever, ever going to be happy unless they're in control. They're bullies. There are bullies among us. That's all they are. Bullies. And again, I'm not going to do what they do. I'm not going to call people out by name because it doesn't matter. It's an entire segment of an industry. It's not just this one or that one. We're divided right down the middle. It's always us against them. Or this one's on a... It's not worth it to my health, to my family, or to... My heart aches right now. Because everyone's expecting me to come on here and stoop to their level. Would I like to take an ice pick to a couple people's forehead? Yeah, what would that solve? Could I come out here and tell you the truth that they haven't told you? Even when they come out and they thought that those were the things that were going to be said? Yeah, I could. I have the proof. I have truth on my side. And that's all that matters to me. That's it. Nothing else matters at all. But I am done being the punching bag. I am done being everybody's excuse. They now have it. April 12th is on them. It's theirs. They can have it. I want no part of it. I am not going to participate. I am not going to put myself through this nonsense anymore. I'm going to be a guy doing what's best for me and my friends. Those of you that don't want to follow me or want to no longer be my friend based on any of this nonsense, you're more than welcome to leave. But just remember this. I've said it before and it's true. They come and they go. They come and they go. Because the truth always comes out. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. It just is. But I'm not going to be their punching bag anymore. I'm not going to be anybody's punching bag anymore. Matter of fact, like I said, I'm done. You know, Stand as One is a great thing. They're great people. Carolyn Miller, Will Van Horn, William Cook, and all those other people, they have great ideas and they're trying hard. And I've been communicating with them. I've been talking to them. They've been my inspiration and what has kept me at an even keel during this time. Because I could have come out here and I could have come out swinging. And I could have stooped to the level and I could have become them. But I'm a better person than that. I'm a better human being than that. My self-worth is more than that. I won't be a sheep. I'm not going to follow. So I'm going to stay in touch with all my friends, Paul, William, Carolyn, all of you. And I wish you all the best. I truly do. I wish you a good fight. But you all realize that because of what's happened, the odds or the likelihood that any of this will come together and have any impact or effect, thank your fellow driver. Thank those that think more about themselves in articles and more about what they've done and what they're doing and how it's their show, how they're leading it. Thank them, because those are the people that have divided this industry. That's what's happened. The people that were out there with boots on the ground were the reason we got to where we are, and then people just completely forgot about it. Their heads swelled, and everybody just figured they had free reign to do what they want because a few thousand people clicked on a Facebook page. I've seen it before. We all watched it before last year. 20,000, 25,000 members on this page. Where's that group now? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get I'm not going to get dragged through the mud. I'm not. So I'm going to be clear once again. This is theirs. It's their show. They've chosen their leadership. I haven't heard a lot of plan because they took other people's plans and they're building on that now. That's basically what they're doing. The word media blitz and everything, does any of that mean anything to anybody? We're vicious circles. We're never going to get anywhere as an industry. And I pray one day this industry wakes up and realizes without treating the man to your left and your right with respect, you're not going to get anywhere. Making accusations because you want to be popular or because you want to seem like a tough guy or a cool guy. Again, you're 6 foot something, 200 something pounds. I'm 5'6". I weigh nothing soaking wet. Me and Mary were little people. And you think we deserve to be treated that way? You're mistaken, sir. Every one of you that feels that way is sadly mistaken, because my wife is my world. My family is my world. My children are my world. Everybody understands that and knows that. I'm not doing this to them. I'm not doing this to them, and I'm not doing it to my friends. So you won't hear from me after tonight. You won't have to worry about it. Stand as one. You guys can do this. You at least have a chance to get yourself out there and have your issues heard. Do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. For whatever reason you choose to do it, do it. Don't let anybody tell you can't. Don't let anybody bully you around. There are going to be a lot of disappointed people starting Saturday. Going to be a lot of disappointed people because, again, there's no camaraderie. There's no unity. There's no organization. There's no anything. People aren't sharing ideas. People aren't talking to each other. They're talking about each other. That's what they're doing. Even within their own group, they stab each other in the back. So how long do you think before that group falls apart? And chaos ensues over it? It already has. Do it for you. Do it for whatever. I know why I did what I did over the years. I know what I've done over the years with the help of my fellow drivers. I didn't do anything alone. I never claimed to do anything alone. And those that know me know I never did. And I've got a wall full of awards to speak otherwise to those that want to do this. I've got more integrity in my pinky than you guys. So I hope you had fun with your little smear campaign, because now it belongs to you. The whole movement belongs to you. You hijacked it and took it anyway, so now it's yours. You could explain to the drivers what you've done. I didn't do anything, remember? I was just a cheerleader. I was your monkey. I was your little puppet. Woo! Remember? That's what I was. That's all I was. Not anymore. Find another monkey. Find another puppet. And when these drivers revolt because you destroyed everything that they worked for, it's on you. You're not going to blame this on me and say, I started something, didn't finish it. You pushed me out like you pushed Billy out, like you pushed all the other people out, like you pushed the good people out that are trying to continue on with Stand By One. And I believe they will. I believe they'll get things done, and they'll be in the left lane passing you. They may not accomplish the goal that they set out to do, but they're not going to back down and they're not going to give up. And any of you that's smart, you'll follow those people. You'll stand as one. You'll remember that motto, because that's the motto. That was the motto. That's what it always was. Stand as one, as an individual with your driver. And just remember this. I had a good friend again tell me tonight on the phone, and I don't care. I love you, Jasper, Dale. Thank you so much for being just like everybody else that's called and reached out to me. Thank you for your love and support. But I'm going to steal your line. Everyone who keeps saying, I do this for me, I'm representing me. No, you're not. You're representing an entire industry every time you open your mouth. You're representing me, you're representing the guy next to you, you're representing Carolyn Miller, you're representing Will Van Horn, you're representing Kelly. You don't represent you. If you're part of the fight and you're out there claiming you're fighting, you represent the entire industry. There's no such thing as, I represent me, I speak for me. When you speak about things like we've been speaking about, you speak for the entire industry when you open your mouth. You're a representative of this industry. Every time you get behind the wheel and you go inside the truck stop and eat a meal, have a cup of coffee, or you pull into the truck wash, or you're fueling your truck. We're all part of this industry. Every one of us is representative of this industry. And somewhere along the line, some of you have forgotten that. And some of you have forgotten how important it is to have bonds and have friendships and have respect. You've forgotten that. Because being popular and being a badass and being a tough guy and throwing your weight around is more important. You took your eyes off the prize. And drama. I'm not going to be part of it anymore. No more drama. I'm drama-free. I'm going to smile. The most hurtful thing that came out of all this is people I loved and respected drove a knife through my fucking back as hard as they could. Men and women. Don't believe these people that go around posting all the shit about loyalty and brotherhood. Don't believe that, because not a one of them believes it themselves, or we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I wouldn't have to be out here walking away and deciding I'd had enough. Again, I didn't go to DC with the intention of meeting with anybody. I didn't pout in my truck, and I was not the first one to fucking leave. Suck that one, Brian. Number two, if you had done half of what some of these other drivers had done, drivers that have millions of miles and safety awards and community awards and been out here doing things all these years, some of you would have a right to be running your mouth. And you don't have a right. You don't have a right because you haven't earned it. You haven't earned the respect of your fellow drivers. You haven't. You haven't. You demand they respect you. And everybody that wants to think these tapes don't exist, they do. And just so everybody knows where they came from, it ain't going to be William Cook or any of these other people that you want to point fingers at. Because I've stepped back and I've stepped away and I'm removing myself from the chaos. I think it's only fair that everybody gets to hear those tapes. So, by Monday, they will be available. So you will see the people that claim to represent this industry, and you will see the people that want you to sponsor their organization, and you get to see and hear and decide for yourself if these are the people you want representing you. Just remember, it's always two sides to every story. There's a lie and there's the truth. They have absolutely nothing, but they've managed to push me out. They've managed to destroy my spirit. They've managed to destroy me. And I don't mean in the public eye. I mean, I quit. I'm done. Stepping back. They've got this. Or you guys take it and do what you set out to do. It's that easy. It'll be so much easier now because they won't be able to point the finger at me. And none of you will have to worry because they can't say you're following me or you're siding with me or you're protecting me. They can't do that no more. I'm not their punch bag. I'm not their puppet. I'm not their cheerleader. But I will do anything for any one of you if you ever need me. So, you want to stay friends on Facebook? You're more than welcome to. If you don't, do yourself a favor and just remove yourself. It broke my heart that I had to go through Facebook and block 70, 80 people and remove them from my Facebook. But that's where we're at, guys. We're never going to get anywhere. We're not. They're going to win. They're focused on things they can't change, focused on things that we've already tried and we've already done, and we're going in circles. The numbers aren't there because the soldiers aren't on the ground anymore. They've lost their spirit. They've lost their will to fight. They've lost their heart because they've been punched in the face too. Because the movement was handed to people with names instead of people with faces. This movement was the driver's movement. Everybody that put a yellow ribbon on their mirror, everybody that handed out a flyer. It's funny too, they accuse people, I ain't seen him hand out a flyer. Well, apparently they didn't watch any of the videos, or they just like to talk, because I handed out flyers. I had pictures of my yellow ribbons. I was on Facebook every day. I mean, I give up. They broke me. And they will break you unless you stand up. I wasted no time in my life. every year that I put in fighting for better parking and standing with Jason's widow and Jason's law and fuel taxes and protecting our right to drive on the roads that we want to drive on, I have no regrets, man. Because I made a lot of friends along the way. And those that know me, know my heart, know that I've never done anything other than try to inspire others to be the very best they can be and use their voice. Like I said, none of this would be happening. None of these people would be here. None of these people would know each other. The very thing I hear, and I'm flattered and I'm humbled. That's why I have to step away. The very thing I hear every day from everybody is, I'm in this because of you. I watched your video. I listened to you. Over and over, it's a repeating theme. How many of those calls do they get? How many phone calls do they get? If I've done nothing, why is everybody involved in this fight that's involved? What, they just woke up one morning and got the idea? Inspiration. Someone gave you the ability to be the very best you could be. Each one of you did it. You did it for each other. Mustard seed spread from one to the other to the other. You guys did it. And you can still do it. But, like I said, I'm not stooping to anybody's level. I'm done. I'm stepping back. I'm going to focus on driving a truck, feeding my family. I could spend a lot more time sleeping at night instead of having to check Facebook and deal with things. I love you all. Unlike other people that, I love y'all. You guys know that I truly care about this industry. Do I get a little crazy sometimes? And do I get, it's passion, it's my heart. It's been my heart for a long time. And it's very hard to say the things I'm saying. It's very hard for me to step back and walk away, but that's what I'm doing. Because if I stay, it's only going to further the drama with those people. They won. Make no mistake, they won. They won. Because I will not stoop to their level. I won't. And I can't. Because again, just like each one of you should say to yourself, you're worth more, you're better than that, you're stronger than that, you're good people. Most of you are the kind of people I would defend your honor the same as many of you have tried to do for me. I would do the same. William Cook knows, he understands. You know, there was a conversation on the phone where one of these guys that's a tough guy said, you and Charlie Claiborne are cut from the same cloth. You're made for each other. You know why? Because when the chips were down, I didn't walk away and leave my friend blowing in the wind. I didn't leave his dick flapping out there for everybody to keep stepping on. I defended him. I said, wait, this is his idea. I got the axe. Trust no one. Rely on yourself. Rely on your own voice. Work together. Trust and verify. But I do love each and every one of you. It's been a pleasure. It's been a privilege. It's been a wild ride. It really has. But I gotta go. It's the only thing that makes sense. Listen, and I can't see the comments, and it's probably best I don't. Like I said, this is very hard for me to do. Thank you for your kind words. Thanks for the website. I mean, I'll turn that over. I secured it. I changed the password. I'm going to give it to Stand as One. It's mine. I pay for it. You guys are welcome to use it. Thanks for the Facebook page. Again, each and every one of you, I appreciate the love. I do. I appreciate the love. And thank you for standing with me. Those of you that have been with me all these years. And I'm gonna miss every one of you. I really am. Because the next step is I got to start closing down this Facebook thing. I gotta go. I've been unhappy for weeks. I've watched this industry tear itself to shreds. I've watched friends hate each other. I've seen instigators. I've seen people pulling on the strings. I see people hiding behind the curtains. They know who they are. They know who I'm talking to. And I didn't stoop to your level. I'm sorry. I know that's what you wanted, but I'm not going to do that. I love you all. Just remember that. You ever need me, my real friends know how to get a hold of me. You're ever jammed up, you're ever in trouble, you ever need a place to stay, Biloxi's easy to find on the map. None of that's going to change. That part of my life will never change. But thank you to every one of you that's been along for the ride. I know it's been like this, and sometimes but I'm me. I never pretended to be anything I wasn't. So, good luck. My family and I send our love to each and every one of you. I hope you find what it is you're looking for in this. I hope you find the strength to stand up. I hope you find the strength to fight back against the bullies and the nonsense that's on Facebook every day. The ELD or Me Uncensored, the Black Smoke Matters Uncensored, all this fighting that you guys do, you tear each other apart, you destroy your very souls. That breaks my heart more than anything, because the fighting that you're all doing, that we're all doing, is destroying part of our soul. That's the industry. That's what everybody forgot. That's what they're forgetting. That's what's happened. You're just destroying yourselves, your families, any chance you have at winning when you start destroying the very soul. And that's each driver. Treat each other with a little respect, a little compassion. Before you open your mouth and you say something that's not true because whatever. You want to destroy people? Congratulations, motherfuckers, because you won. I love you guys. If you ever need anything, like I said, you know where to find me. Have a great night. And every night from here on out, I love you all, man.